Hi, I'm Mike, founder of GoodBed.com. Today we're going to be taking a close look at the Endy Mattress. Now this is one of the most popular online mattresses in Canada, so we are excited to give you our take on this mattress. Stick around. Now in case you've never watched one of our videos before or been to our website, GoodBed.com, the number one thing you need to know when shopping for a mattress is that mattresses are highly personal. This means that there's no one mattress or mattresses that are best for everyone. In fact, the best mattress for you might be truly terrible for me and vice versa. So the thing that you need to focus on as a mattress shopper are what we call the 3 F's: fit, feel, and features. Fit refers to the aspects of a mattress that need to match up with your body, including your weight, your shape, and your preferred sleep positions. It's much like you'd pick out a pair of pants. Feel refers to characteristics of a mattress that can't be universally better or worse. They can only be better or worse for your personal preferences. And features refers to things about a mattress that can be better or worse, but which may or may not be a priority for you. So let's start with fit, because that's really the most important of the 3 F's, since it's what determines to what degree you're going to get the 2 things that everybody has to get from their mattress, which are back support, meaning proper spinal alignment, and pressure relief. Now, before I go any further, I want to point you to the full written version of this review, which you're definitely going to want to check out in order to get the complete details on our in-depth ratings and assessments of this mattress, which we always break out by weight, preferred sleep position, and body shape. Now, you can find a link to that right in the description of this video. But at a high level, what we found in testing the Endy mattress is that we think from a spinal alignment standpoint, this will be an excellent match for most back sleepers, really spanning all weight ranges, with the possible exception of the heaviest people, where we would still say it's very good from a spinal alignment standpoint on your back. And then for side sleepers, we felt like not quite as good as for back sleepers. Sometimes I wished my shoulder could get a little further into the mattress, for example. That to me is my pointiest part, and so therefore the part I need the most conformance for. But overall, we still felt at least good, if not very good, from the standpoint of spinal alignment for most side sleepers. And stomach sleepers we felt were excellent for lighter stomach sleepers, pretty good to good for the heaviest stomach sleepers, but we did have a little bit of concern for those heaviest stomach sleepers, just having your hips sink a little too far into the mattress, which can lead to overarching of your back. So probably we wouldn't give it the highest marks for those folks, but lighter stomach sleepers should be fine. Now, from a pressure relief standpoint, this is something that's going to matter most to you when you're sleeping on your side, because that's the position in which your body's weight is distributed over the smallest surface area. And what we found here is maybe this mattress is not quite as good for people who are extra curvy, who need something to accommodate to those extra curves, but for most people, we found that the pressure relief on the Endy mattress would be at least good, if not very good. So now let's move on to the second of the 3 F's, feel. And again, these are things that can't be universally better or worse. They can only be better or worse for you and your personal preferences. And the first of these is softness. And on this dimension, we would classify the Endy to be really just dead in the middle of our softness spectrum, a dead-on medium. The next feel characteristic is what we call cushioning depth, which is the difference between sleeping more in your mattress versus sleeping on your mattress. And in the case of the Endy, we would characterize this as pretty close to the middle on this dimension as well, but if anything, just slightly towards the shallower cushioning side, meaning more of that floating on top of your mattress sensation than a hugged or cradled sensation. The next feel characteristic is memory feel, and this is that slow melting sensation that you get from memory foam. But as there is really no memory foam in this mattress, you're really not going to get any of that memory feel on the Endy. The last feel characteristic is bounce, and this is one that we look at multiple levels of the mattress, because a mattress can be kind of bouncy on top but not on bottom, and vice versa. What we found in testing the kind of upper surface of the mattress is that it has a fair amount of spring to it. So we'd say it has a fair amount of surface bounce. We test the mid-level bounce by dropping a 16-pound bowling ball on the mattress, and there we found that slightly more than average bounce, especially for a foam mattress, definitely more than average. So a little bit bouncy there as well. But then the last way we tested is what we call deep bounce, which I throw my full 200 pounds down on the mattress, and really there you get almost no bounce. So on balance, we would say that this is kind of in the middle on bounce, kind of an average amount of bounce, but you should understand that that is a reflection of a fair amount of bounce up at the surface and really no deep bounce to speak of. So now let's move on to the third of the 3 F's, which are features. And again, these are the things that actually can be better or worse, but may or may not be a priority for you personally. And the first of these is motion isolation, which you may know refers to the degree to which someone on, say, this side of the bed will be aware of or disturbed by what's happening on the other side. And we test this a few different ways. One, by dropping a bowling ball down on the bed and seeing what happens to a bowling pin positioned on the other side. And the other way we test is by me inconsiderately plopping my full 200 pounds into bed next to that same bowling pin. And in both cases, the Endy mattress did extremely well. So we would say that this mattress has excellent motion isolation. The next feature is temperature, and this can be particularly important for people who have a concern with sleeping hot during the night. Now, if you're one of those people, our advice would typically be, first and foremost, to look for a mattress with a lot of airflow. And an all-foam mattress like this one would generally not be what we have in mind in that case, because there are other types of mattresses that just inherently contain a whole lot more airflow than an all-foam mattress. That being said, there are a couple things about this mattress that I think can give you some reassurance in this regard. Number one is that the top surface of this mattress is not a high density memory foam, which is going to have a lot less airflow than the type of foam used in this mattress. And number two is that we talked about how this is not a mattress that you're gonna sink deep into with a lot of hugged or cradled sensation. So more of your body's surface area is going to be exposed to the air and therefore able to more easily dispel heat. So overall, we don't expect that overheating is likely to be a problem for most people on this mattress. The next feature is edge support, which can be important both for people who like to sit on the edge of the bed the way I'm doing now, or people who end up lying along the edge of the bed during the night. Maybe you get forced there by kids or pets joining you or what have you. So we always look at it both of those ways. And in the case of the Endy, it really did better than we expected in this area. You know, just by virtue of it being an all-foam mattress, this is not an area where that type of mattress tends to excel. But we found that the edge support was good sitting on the edge like I am now, which again, that's well above the norm for an all-foam mattress, and actually very good when I was lying on the edge, which again is above the norm. So overall, we would say the edge support here is at least good, if not very good. One feature that's really only going to be important for a relatively small portion of people is the ease of repositioning on the mattress. So we just wanted to let you know that this is not the kind of mattress that's going to give you that kind of stuck in the mud sensation. So even if you're someone for whom repositioning is a critical concern, we don't expect it to be a problem for you on the Endy. One thing that can be important to some people is the use of natural materials in a mattress, or maybe more so just the lack of harmful chemicals. In the case of the Endy, this is not a natural mattress in any way, nor does the manufacturer claim it to be one. But if this is a concern for you, there is one thing that we do think you can take some reassurance from in this area, which is that all of the foams used in this mattress, which is really the entirety of the guts of this mattress, are certified to the CertiPure standard, which is a standard that looks for the presence of and off-gassing of various harmful materials and certifies that neither are present beyond some minimally acceptable threshold. And I should also add in this same theme that this is a mattress that is made in Canada, so that it is made by Canadian workers to Canadian health and safety standards, and it is not a mattress that in getting to you is crossing any oceans, or even for that matter, any country borders. So I think that is another positive in this kind of same general environmentally friendly vein. And I actually wanted to chime in with one additional piece of information that's actually new since we filmed our review of the Endy mattress, which is why this clip looks a little different than the rest of our review. And that is that the Endy mattress recently received the Green Guard Gold certification. This is an indoor air quality certification that actually assesses the completed product and measures any kind of off-gassing that's coming out of that finished product and certifies that it is safe. Not only in general, but at the gold level, it's a higher level standard that actually is meant for safety as it relates to both children and the elderly, as well as healthcare facilities. So it is certainly a higher level of indoor air quality standard and off-gassing measurement than you'd find with CertiPure. And so if this is an area that is of concern for you, we certainly felt like you'd want to have this information, and it's certainly something that can give you a lot of additional comfort as it relates to the Endy mattress. One thing that we get asked about more and more these days is adjustable base compatibility. And in this area, we always think of it in three ways. Number one is, will it damage the mattress in any way to use it on an adjustable base? And in the case of the Endy, the answer is definitely no. It's fully made to bend and flex for use on an adjustable base. The second thing we look at is, does anything weird happen when you have it on an adjustable base, particularly in a fully elevated position with head and foot both fully up? And in this case, again, nothing weird happened. This cover is nice and smooth still, so it really just functions the exact same in that kind of bent position as it does in a flat position. And the third thing we look at is how well does it conform to the curves of an adjustable base. Again, with that ultimate test being the fully articulated position with both head and foot fully elevated. And this is the one area where we felt that the Endy didn't maybe perform quite as well as some of the other mattresses that we test, although it was pretty in line with a lot of all foam mattresses like this, in that it doesn't conform to the base perfectly right out of the box. In our tests, just using it a few times on an adjustable base, we found that the foot of the mattress didn't quite want to lay flat on the foot of the base in that scenario. And even, for example, when I get off of the mattress and the base is elevated, the mattress kind of wants to pop up a little bit. But we do expect that those are the types of things that would get better over time the more that you use it on an adjustable base. So overall, we would certainly say that the Endy mattress is very good when it comes to adjustable base compatibility. Three things that are going to be important anytime you're buying a mattress online are delivery, return policy, and warranty. In the case of the Endy, they offer free delivery to your doorstep for really anywhere in the 10 Canadian provinces. There is an extra surcharge to deliver to the territories. Now from there, you'll just be on the hook to bring it into your bedroom and unbox it, which we did, and we can attest to the fact that it is very much straightforward and in line with all the other online mattresses that we've unboxed. And in fact, this mattress is a bit on the lighter side, so will even be a little easier to maneuver, albeit still probably a two-person job to move the box around. In terms of the return policy, Endy offers a pretty standard 100-night in-home trial, which means that you can return the mattress within that time frame for any reason for a full refund. Now, in terms of the warranty, Endy offers a pretty standard warranty structure as well. We always tell people the most important term to focus on in the warranty is what they consider to be an allowable dip. And in the case of the Endy, they define that to be 1 inch, which means that in order for it to be a warranty event considered a defect, there needs to be a visible impression when no one's on the mattress of greater than 1 inch. And this, for a mattress of this type of construction, I'd say is a pretty standard definition of that term. So, and then as it relates to the length of the warranty, it is a 10-year warranty, and it's non-prorated, which is actually a nice positive. That means that basically if a warranty event happens any time during your first 10 years of owning the mattress, you will be fully covered and entitled to a replacement or full repair of the mattress with no cost to you. All right, so now let's take a peek inside the Endy mattress to show you what it's made of. And as you can see here, we've got the cover pulled off, and there are 3 layers of foam here, totaling to 10 inches. We're gonna start with the top layer here. This is a foam that they call Endy foam. Essentially, it is an engineered polyurethane foam, presumably a formulation that's proprietary to Endy. And essentially here, I guess what you need to know is that it's not a memory foam at all. You can see here it responds instantly. In fact, it's got a fair amount of spring to it. It almost has more of a latex-like feel to it than anything resembling memory foam. And then the next layer below that is what they call a transition foam. This is a 3-inch layer, also polyurethane foam. And one thing that's interesting to note about the transition layer, the job of the transition layer is essentially to bridge the gap between the softest layer of the mattress and the firmest layer, so that you don't feel like when you go between the two that you kind of just hit a brick wall. One interesting thing about this transition layer, it's a little thicker than some and it's a little softer than some. And so those two things probably go together. Like, you couldn't have it softer and thinner, because then it wouldn't serve the full function of providing that transition. But by being thicker, it can be a little softer. But you notice the softness when I press down, for example, here. It doesn't take much pressing on the top before you start to see this transition layer also compressing. So that's neither a positive comment nor a negative comment. It's merely an observation that ultimately will reflect in terms of some of the feel characteristics of this mattress. The bottom layer here is just a support foam. They call it a base foam. It's also a polyurethane foam, and of course this is the firmest layer of the mattress. This is where your support is coming from. I would point out only that it's probably not as firm as some support foams that we see, but still certainly firm and supportive. Then all of that, of course, is wrapped in this cover. One cool feature about this cover is, in fact, that it is completely removable, as well as washable. So not only can you remove it for spot cleaning, but you can actually wash the cover. You can see here it's got a 4-way stretch to it. That's nice because it really allows you to kind of get into the foam and experience the full conforming effects of that foam. And of course, we always give it this kind of sturdiness test, and it certainly holds up well to that. The side panel here is kind of an oatmeal gray side panel, got a nice feel to it. And then I guess the last thing I would note here is that if you've watched any of our videos of mattresses made for the US market, one thing you'll notice right off the bat here is that there's no fire sock here, and that is simply a matter of different regulations for the Canada market versus the US market. So there you have it, the full materials and construction of the Endy mattress. One thing that's important to just about every mattress shopper is value. And when we think about value, we always think about how much does it cost, what's in it, and how long do we think it's going to last. In terms of the cost, the current price of the Endy mattress is 675 Canadian dollars in a queen size, and that would be before any GoodBed discounts are applied. So you're definitely going to want to check out the full written version of this review, which we'll keep up to date with the latest and best available discounts. You can find a link to that right in the description of this video. In terms of what you're getting for that, you're getting a 10-inch all-foam mattress with at least 2 inches of what we consider to be premium comfort materials, that engineered foam up at the top of this Endy. And maybe even you'd start to include some of the transition layer in terms of it providing a lot of the pressure relief that goes into this mattress as well. In terms of how long we think this is going to last, we would typically turn to foam densities as our best, albeit imperfect, predictor of longevity. In this case, unfortunately, Endy does not provide those. So we're not really able to comment fully on the, give you a solid estimate as to what we think the longevity prospects are of this mattress. But notwithstanding that, my sense here is that, I think the longevity prospects are at least okay to pretty good, if not better. So I just can't really say with a whole lot more confidence than that. And given the fact that the price is just very attractive, I would add all that up to say that overall, we would say the Endy is a very good value. So just to summarize some of the things we've covered in this video, the Endy mattress is a 10-inch all-foam mattress with a medium level of softness and what we would classify as a engineered foam over foam construction. We talked about how we think the Endy mattress is going to be a pretty good fit from a spinal alignment standpoint for a wide range of people, both in terms of weight ranges as well as sleep positions. We talked about how we think probably it excels the most for back sleepers in this area, and maybe the area or the group for whom we had the most concern in that area would be the heaviest stomach sleepers. From a pressure relief standpoint, we felt like the Endy mattress was going to be good to very good for most sleepers. The one group that we had the most concern about in that area would be the curviest side sleepers. But even for those people, we felt like probably pretty good still. We also talked about how if you're looking for a mattress with a lot of that slow melting memory feel, you're really not going to get any of that on the Endy mattress. However, if you are looking for a mattress with kind of a medium level of softness, kind of right down the middle, one that has a bit of a blend of floating on top of your mattress and hugged and cradled sensation, but more towards the floating on top of your mattress side of that spectrum. One that has an interesting mix of springy surface, but no deep bounce, and one that has excellent motion isolation, very good edge support, particularly for an all foam mattress, and one that is made in Canada. And if all the other fit, feel, and feature considerations that we covered in this video sound like a good match for you, then of course we definitely think that the Endy mattress is one that you should consider. So we hope you found this video helpful in determining whether the Endy mattress is the right mattress for you. I do want to reiterate that you're definitely going to want to take a look at the full written version of this review, both for the complete breakdown on all of our in-depth ratings and assessments of this mattress, as well as for the latest and best available discounts on this product. You can find a link to that right in the description of this video. And if you haven't already done so, we'd also recommend that you take the GoodBed quiz. You can find this quiz right up on the homepage of our website, GoodBed.com. This quiz will walk you through all of the same fit, feel, and feature characteristics and considerations that we covered in this video, and ultimately will show you mattresses that best match your personal needs and preferences, both online as well as in the local stores in your area. So we really think that this is hands down the best starting point for any mattress shopper. In the meantime, we thank you for watching and we really hope you sleep well.